What's up, reefers? Welcome to Alex for Corals. I got more reefing here. Who wants more reefing? I got the good, the bad, and the ugly, and chicken manure reefing series. That's right where I'm adding dehydrated chicken manure to my reef aquariums with aquapora in them, and it'll probably kill them. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Check it out. Alright, so here's the shot of my main display today. And so on this one, well, on both my systems here, I dosed up the phosphates up to 0.15 parts per million, and I am using the Brightwell nail phos, and then I'm dosing up the nitrates as well on these systems to 15 parts per million using the Brightwell nail nitro. Had good results with those, and it's kind of interesting the fact that it's not certain whether corals, they just need nitrates, just need their phosphates or nutrients and potassium, or whether they're absorbing it via the bacteria or through some other inorganic stage, intermediary stage at some point, or whether it's a combination of both. So being that's the case, I'm just going with the assumption it's a combination of both, and therefore that I have to maintain the nitrates and phosphates and potassiums at elevated levels, number one, and number two, feed something, whether it's through the fish or through the fish coral foods, the additives. I have the benefits and the reef wards as well, and then even consider even the chicken manure as a possible food source. But I've certainly noticed that chicken manure, it definitely raises the potassium and the nitrates, and in particular it raises the phosphates, such that I would it definitely does that. So that's that, and that's kind of the theory on what's going on with feeding the corals. And you know, especially we're talking about feeding the small polyp corals. You know, large polyp corals, like most of them, you know, they'll take food directly is one thing. Elegance coral, bubble corals, they'll take in the food directly, but then there's lots of elegance coral. You like feed them, have extra canned tuna. I feed them straight pieces of the small tuna, takes it right in. Same thing with the Duncan there, Blastomusa as well, and Goniastrias as well, but they like to feed at night, only when their tentacles are open, so it's kind of hard to catch them. And but I've noticed like the Goniopora, that's one where they certainly look like they can grab stuff, but they do not, as far as my knowledge. Same thing goes with the pulsing Xenia right here. Same story, huge polyps, like they can grab stuff, but they do not grab stuff. Never seen it. I could be wrong. And same thing with the Euphilia hammers, frog spawn right here. Here's my hammer, looking pretty good as far as he's open as color. But yet, I tried little pieces of tuna and other foods with these guys, and they do not eat them whatsoever. Put it right on their mouth, nothing. Right in the tentacles, nothing. It just falls right off. So either they do, and it's just the wrong food, but I have the feeling that they just absorb stuff, you know, straight off, you know, absorb it straight through the water, or they have just simply a mucus system, which a lot of corals do, on their skin, where they absorb the bacteria and everything they you know, the organics they can trap in their mucus, and then they take in the mucus. So they might be mucus feeders. What else do we got? Oh yeah, the Micromusa right there. Those are monster feeders. They'll take anything, except they're mainly open night too as well. Same time we got the got the Kryptonite candy can right there. Also a strong feeder, but not at night. Just about at night only, unless you can entice him to open, you know, these night feeders during the day, you know, with a little bit of meaty food and in the water, some chum in the water. I'll definitely see that. I got my clams right here, and still got the clam problem, so I'm waiting on my new clam hammock, see what that does. I mean, these guys are kind of attaching a little bit there, but they're also falling down everywhere, and also got copepods all over them. So the Maximas are certainly not settling in like I know that they can do. So I'm looking for those hammocks that I got, by the way, from Bulk Reef. So I ordered from Bulk Reef Supply over there. So I got the Ryan Bachelor over there at Bulk Reef Supply, supplying me with has a lot of all the good stuff for sale over there, right? And good information on the website, so can't beat that. Right, Yellow Tang? Yellow Tang's definitely right. Probably ready for some nori already. He's also eating flake food now. He wasn't eating flake food before whatsoever. Now he's digging it. It was the I bought Mysis flake foods. That's what it was. He was eating the Mysis and the PE Mysis flake, and I thought about getting them some green flake, nori flake, but I never did. I opened this box or can of it, so I was trying to eat that. Yep, but he switched anyway. Long story short, he's definitely in the flake now, and I got the back growing wild. Letting it go native here, wild and ugly. That way I can have some ugly stuff to show you guys, and hopefully I'll get the Coralline algae to grow back there instead of all the browns that it's going through. And so that's one interesting thing too, is the fact that we have these browns out, you know, on the back, and the only difference is that I'm not cleaning it, right? Cleaning it. So it's funny, it's like it goes through a whole ugly stages, you know. It's just like you're putting something new into the aquarium. So I put something new, and a good example of that is a power head. You know, boom, I put a new power head into the aquarium, and it goes through the whole stages of the ugly phases, I've noticed. And here's an example too. I got my MP60 right here. This is the Vortex by Ecotech Marine. And killer pump on here, by the way. I got another one too for the other side, but it's I don't need it, and I like to have the open view for that side. So I took it off for now. I could put it on back on if I need it. However, this one is rocking. I just have it at 1%, and 1% is more than enough for now. So it's, I even have it off, turn it off for a while to enjoy just kind of the lower flow environment. Anyway, we're talking about pumps, and okay, there it is. So it goes through these ugly stages, and that's funny. That's like any new material you put in the aquarium, it goes through the stages, and the end stage is to be covered up with the Coralline algae. That it is, if you have a bunch of Coralline algae growing in your aquarium. And for example, I had this one pump right there, and that had a whole bunch of Coralline algae on it, and I moved it over. Well, it came from the quarantine aquarium, right? And so put it in here to get the Coralline algae really going, and it was growing pretty good, the Coralline algae on the pump. And I was hitting it with a toothbrush to kind of get it off and to clean it. But I went ahead and decided and took it off and just scraped it off, right? And then spread it throughout the aquarium right here to get the Coralline algae everywhere, right? I heard that it really makes a big difference if you can just get the Coralline algae and break it up and crunch it up into little crunchy pieces. And the Coralline algae really does that. It like breaks up into almost like a powder, you know, and the powdery or the little crunchy pieces fall everywhere and get in the water and go everywhere and land and colonize new areas. So hopefully that will really cause the Coralline algae to take off in this aquarium. And I also have this purple Rhodactis mushrooms right here, but this is also Coralline algae rock. Here's a good shot of the Coralline algae on this purple mushroom rock, and it also has like a little orange mollusk right there, you can see.
It's hard to get it to focus on them right there, but yeah, there it is, like a really strange orange mollusk. It's got the one type of coralline algae there, and then another one here. Maybe a slightly different color, and it's already kind of like a plating out over the rock. And there's a whole bunch underneath those mushrooms right there. So also kind of interesting that the coralline algae seems to grow so well, being completely covered by the purple Rhodactis mushrooms right there. And so I have that one, and the one on the back right here, that's the orange Rhodactis rock, and the ones up here, and they're all covered with a whole bunch of coralline algae. So that's probably the main way how I got my coralline algae so well established in my quarantine system, right? So also got some new Christmas tree worm live rock coming. Excited about that. Kind of hard to find, and this is the mini micro Christmas tree worm rock. So I talked to the guy, assured me that the one I'm getting is of the standard size worms on there. So I'm hoping to that it'll be a nice piece. It's supposed to be a good 6 inches long. It's got the same brown variety, so excited about that. And I just placed an order through Jason Fox Signature Corals, and I couldn't resist getting some more corals. It was so crazy. I got what is special varieties. I got let's see. Oh yeah, a Project X green stylo 4 that has, it's like a green stylo 4, but it has particularly wide branches on it that I like. So so I got one of those before and it died. So you know, and it's frustrating because that and the purple stylos 4s, what they would do with me, I know they would recede. Start to recede back, you know, like from lack of nutrition, just really slowly over the weeks, and then like from the bottom up, you know, and then just waste away. So hopefully I can, it's probably a nutrient problem, so hopefully this time I'm gonna try to keep them fed somehow. I don't know if it's, like I said, you know, have the nutrients up, keep the nutrients up, and then try a little bit of the feeding with foods, see if I can keep them alive. And then Keith Burklehammer over there at Reef, he's got his live sale coming up this weekend, so I thought I might get something there, but I'm not sure. I really already got a whole bunch of corals, but I'm going to check them out really quick. Might be something I just can't resist, but supposed to have some good, nice, chunky pieces. He was saying tore down his whole 187-gallon aquarium. That's even more of a crazy reefer than I am. I thought I was crazy. I am not tearing down my aquarium, like ripping out all of my corals like that, but you gotta do what you gotta do though, what you think is right for your particular system. And it's just, his was definitely thriving. As far as I can tell, everything was really great there. But anyway, so yeah, good luck with that, Keith. And let's check out my coral quarantine system here today. Well, I got this fan over here. I'm just testing to see how that does in that position when it gets into the hotter temperatures here in the summer. And my mushrooms over here looking okay. I got the blue spotted disco summer right there. I got the red disco summer. I got the fuzzy mushrooms. And okay, see right away here, this is pump. I put in a new power head. This is the Innovative Marine direct current pumps that are really good. Like, and you can adjust the frequency on them, the high or low, so it's great there. But it hasn't taken long. See, it's gotten the Coralline algae on it already, colonized, but it still has some of the browns and greens on it, and it definitely went through the ugly phases. So if you're gonna go and put new rock into a whole new system like this, I believe you're gonna go through ugly stages. It doesn't matter unless it was exposed to light for a long time. I believe even if it was completely dark, because I had this experience with my coral scrubber down there, that the rock down there and the gravel was completely was in the system for months and months and months since I set it up. So as you know, it's been a good
4 months or something or more, and then I finally turned on the lights down there, and boom, yeah, ugly stages, you know, right now with all the browns again, dino flages and everything. So that's definitely an interesting thing that you get these even new rock or rock, everything is all even it's established, just not exposed to light. You turn the light, boom, you know, it goes through all of those ugly stages. So you got to power through, get through the ugly stages. But here's a shot of everything in here, really quickly. Got this Goniopora there, it's completely dying. There's more of the bad right there, dead Goniopora. Got my Crocea clam. Got the orange Stitchitata right there. And let's check out my acros. I can't believe it. We got the Homewrecker right here. Still alive, at least so far. Got the Walt Disney there, still alive. Pop extension. I hope that's the way it's supposed to look. And Rainbow Splice. There it is. The Rainbow Splice. This is has the red and the green that kind of goes as it grows. You know, it could be green, and that could shoot out red branches, green branches. Well, it's kind of similar to, I noticed that another coral that's like that, and I went ahead and got a colony of it, was from Live Aquaria. Got a colony of, I think they were calling it Diphastria, right? This is Diphastria, is, it's kind of like that too, in that it has like different colors in it, right? It has like a brown and greens, and it kind of like swirls in some, you know, and some of polyps are half and half, and some are all, you know, one color, and some are all the other color. So, you know, I think that's also more common in the kind of the brains families too. And so, okay, here's the Frags today. I'm gonna check them out. Got the Pink Floyd nub from Coral Euphoria, still alive. Got the Reef, that's the Red Robin right there, red stag, and Lime in the Sky. Got the Fox Flame. So yeah, you know, basically these guys they're looking okay. The key lime pie. It's got more bulb extension than ever. Definitely looking good. Think we could check them out from this side. Check them out from this side. If I can get a close up. There it is. It's probably as close as I can get it. Key lime pie, there it is. Get some good shots with this new phone right here. This is I have the Samsung Flip. It's called the Z Flip phone, and it has like the two cameras in the front. And before I had the Fold, and I think it would have better cameras on it. It had the 3 cameras in the front, and to get some of these micro shots. And definitely, I've noticed that, yeah, I mean, if it's right up against the glass like this, I can get pretty good shots of it, pretty close like this. You get some, or called micro, I think they're called macro shots. Micro or macro. My bad, might be macro. But anyway, these close-up shots, and it's only like, if it's only like 2 or 3 inches from the glass, I can get some shots of it. Here's the pink lemonade, and it's got some streamers right there. That's like some type of algae that gets trapped on the branches. See, and if the corals are farther in, it just like not as far, it's hard for me to get the close-up shots of them. It doesn't come out. Usually comes out of focus. And that streaming algae is coming off my back glass over here, so that's why I hit the algae off it a little bit, and I try to keep it. Well, I wasn't gonna clean it, but then I was getting these streamers of this I think it's like algae or bacteria, and you can see some right there. But anyway, that's why I tried to clean it a little bit, but it grows back just right away, just in one day. So that's the bird's nest right there. Stylophora, you can hardly see him right there. He's covered up, but oh yeah, then we got the what's that, the red devil table. Got the green Bali Slimer from Abe. Thanks, Abe. And the Bali Blue Slimer right there from Top Shelf Aquatics. So, oh yeah. And last but not least, right here, got the firecracker. So good so far. So, I gotta hope, that's what is the, not micro mussel, that's the salmon corals. Remind me of the salmon because I ordered a bunch of other salmon corals coming. I got the green salmon coral, the orange salmon coral to mix in with this one. So looking forward to that. I don't know if they sting each other or not. I can put it pretty close together. If not, worst case scenario, I could put some stuff up onto frag racks, right? Alright guys, well, that's it for you for today. So look for the next update and see if everything is still alive or all dead. Happy reefing. Bye.